Hi, SoKaNites. This is SoKa Karen bringing you my 10-step Korean face cleansing treatment. I'm going to show you some of my modifications in this 10-step. I'll show you what it is that you're supposed to be doing and then how I have modified it as we go along. Okay, so step number 1, you have to use the Miscellar cleanser. Okay, in here, I'm going to have, I have two things I use. I use this wipe, Miscellar wipes, and I also use this liquid. But you can only use one. I find the wipes are too much, so I tend to tear them in half. Now this is a frugal mogul tip. You don't need all that amount of wipe because I don't use makeup. Now if you use makeup, you're going to need it, but I don't use makeup. My skin isn't oily, so that I don't need that much. And I don't want to be putting a lot of my liquid, spreading it around. So I put a few drops on the wipe, and now, I've told you already, I tend to be a little rough on my skin, so I'm learning to sort of calm down gently. I like to go over all the areas. Again, I don't use makeup, so this is, if you really look at it, nothing much is coming out. And I didn't wash my face for the morning, but I did before I went to bed last night, so I'm not expecting to see much. Now this is the Korean treatment for getting yourself, and you can flip your rather for getting glassy skin. So we're trying it. Let's see what we get within a month. This is all a learning experience. How are you guys going? I hope you all are well. I hope you all are praying, talking to God. Okay, so that's enough. The next step is putting on oil. In here, I have coconut oil. I find, let me tell you another tip. I find these sort of, all these things where you have to put out oil, find them to be too wide. This hole is way too wide. So I put a little bit of foil paper. You can put plastic wrap, and then I just bore a little hole. Even this hole I find is too much. You'll see. Too much comes out. In fact, I'm just going to kind of cover this over a little bit. And then I screw back on my cap. Yeah. Now, I'm not editing. I don't, because I'm giving you the authentic stuff. If I make mistakes, you're going to make mistakes. If I don't make mistakes, you see how much comes out? Too much. Can't get that right. Okay, so now step 2, oil. Any oil that you have. Don't go and be buying nothing. Let's use up what we have. Even if you think, unless something is giving you a rash or you're allergic to it, even if you don't think you're seeing any results, you have to give it time. You have to give it months. I'll be honest with you, months. But even if something isn't working and you're not seeing it, still use it. Enhance it. Like, add something to it. Combine it into something. If it's an oil and you find it too sticky, find something else where you could, use it at the base of your skin cream. Don't just put it aside. Use up this stuff you're buying. Even if it costs $1, it costs $100, it's not doing anything for you in the jar. And I like to bring it down. I like to take it down here, but I'm not trying to turn anybody on, if that is still possible. But anyway, okay. So now this oil, I'm only doing what the people tell me to do. So this oil is supposed to be, the concept is oil attracts oil. So this oil is pulling oil that's in your pores out. And it's it's not, it can't hurt. This is coconut oil I'm using here, but I like almond oil, rosehip oil. I love rosehip oil because it has vitamin A in it. Olive oil, Vaseline, whatever you have, use. Give your ears a little something. Okay, now, so that was step number 2. This step number 2, and I'm playing around by my computer, so we really, okay. Now, what you do now, hmm, I've lost it. Okay, now you have to wipe off this oil. Oh, here it is. So I take a piece of tissue. You have to wipe out the oil. Again, be gentle and don't be pulling. You see how I'm pulling my skin? Then I want to know what's going on. Okay, wipe off the oil, the excess oil, because we have to wash it off. Okay, let's see how quick we could do this. Supposed to do this twice a day, morning and night. I'm not, but I find it's time consuming, so I've done it in the night because that's the period of when your skin is healing and stuff. Okay, now you're supposed to take a foaming cleanser. Any cleanser you have will work. This is what I do. I take a little bit. I put this in. This is my foaming cleanser, whatever that I put in this jar here. So I take a little bit in my hand, take a little bit of water, and I sort of build up a ladder. This is not foaming cleanser, so we don't get much of a ladder. But then I wash my. No, I'm surrounded by 3 computers, and I'm about to use water. So, let's hope for the best. My my computer consultant looking to quit the work because apparently I'm rough on computers as well. All right. Now this is a little tip. All you're supposed to do is wash it out. This is really, those silicone dishwashing stuff that I find works well on my face. Oh God, this was not a good idea. Yes. Okay. Let me just step back. Okay. I didn't want to go to the bathroom to do this. Oh, it's running all down my elbow, dripping. What is happening? Oh, this feels nice. You don't really feel it, but yet you don't feel yourself pulling at your skin either. It just kind of glides over. It's not heavy into the massaging, but it just has this really interesting feel. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stop. This really feels good. Oh yeah, upwards for you under your neck. Okay. And then I'll just do a little bit of whatever I didn't get on. This is not a good idea. Do not follow me. Do this over sink. Okay, there's a reason. All right, we didn't do this too well, but that's what you get from me. You can be guaranteed. Let me put that on the ground. Okay, now you're supposed to have a face towel. A towel just dedicated to your face. And not for washing your hands and wiping your hands. Just dedicated to washing your face. So wipe your face now. You have to forgive me. One of my computers going there. Yeah. Okay. Pat. Pat good. How are we looking? Oh my God. Okay. Now, I don't know what that is. That is, I don't know why a pimple will decide to go there, or if it's just a deposit of fat or whatever. But boy, anyway. Okay. So, face clean. From all intents and purposes, face clean. So, step number 2. Step number 2 is moisturizing. Not sorry, toner. See, you see why I'm not editing? Because if I make mistakes, you make mistakes. This is taking too long. I took witch hazel, and to that I added tea tree oil, which is a antiseptic, and I added peppermint oil, which is also an antiseptic, but the peppermint oil has a nice smell to it. And let's just spray first. Oh, this smells nice. Oh, this smells nice. Okay, so we finished with that. This is part of that was step 4, right? Yeah, step 4. I make this myself. I use ginkgo leaves and rose hip. So the rose hip buds, and there's going to be a video on how to make this. I like to add this on just to give my face some nutrition. Okay, step number 5. Essence. I don't know why. But they say essence. Any essence would do. I'm not going with brand name. Oh, this essence pump. Okay. So now I just like to pat it in. So like this. I think I spray some of the essence in my throat. Okay. Now it's wet. Excuse me. It's wet. But we're leaving it wet. Step number 7. Eye cream. Any eye cream will do. Any cream will do. Don't buy into this thing. Put cream on your eye. Now, I am prone to circles under my eye. They used to be all here. Now they're gone up to here. Will I ever get rid of them? I don't think so. But you know what I've noticed? Regular use of eye cream, I've gotten rid of the puffiness. Like I don't wake up in the morning anymore with puffy. I like to put my eye cream up here too. And I like to use these 2 fingers. The people tell me use these 2 fingers. I'm using the 2 fingers. Okay? I don't know where this came from, but I hope it goes soon. Right. I like to take it all the way here because you may not have crow's feet. A lot of this is preventative. I am trying to move back the hand of time in some of these treatments. But if you're young, you're just being preventative. I never did anything when I was young. Soap and water, if you're lucky. But now, you see? Okay. So I have to say, just put in eye cream. Doesn't matter what the eye cream costs. Just put it on your eye here. And, they say don't put it up here. But I find sometimes, in here gets very dry looking. And, you sort of see it look like alligator skin. So I put it up there. I don't take them on. Right. Okay. So next step is, I think that's oil. Essential oil. Again, brand name, not important. I've bought the most expensive and I've bought the cheapest. And I find the one that works the best is the one that I take out of the bottle or the tube or the jar and actually put it on my face and do it consistently. All right, good. So get a little bit in here, carry it up to here. We're looking oily. I may have put too much, but you get the idea. Now the next step is face mask. I do this leave-in face mask. Again, this is a moisturizing face mask that I do. I leave it on because now let me show you a trick. Frugal mogul. I can never say the frugal. Frugal mogul trick. When you have these face masks, brand isn't important. So I'm flipping because you're all gonna then ask me what brand and blah 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 blah. Go first, look and see what you have, use what you have. Then if you need a brand because you're buying more, check me out. I will tell you what worked for me. Okay, in there is this white face mask. I like to squeeze out the liquid off of the white because it tend to have too much. And then I like to pour that liquid in my hand, squeeze it out. Ooh, maybe I did too much. Okay. Yeah, you see that liquid? Right. Now, that way, I still have the mask that I could put on in the nighttime, but I have some of the liquid here because that liquid would have stayed in the pack and you'd think. And then I put it on here. Now, this is a moisturizing mask. They have vitamin C mask, the vitamin A. You only use a mask in this step that you can leave on. So you're not going to be putting charcoal and clay. That's not what this step is about. This step is putting on a mask that you could leave on. And this is a modification of the 10-step Korean facial treatment. Because they tell you, put on a mask, wait 15 minutes, and then wash it out. I am telling you what I find works better for me. I find a mask that you're supposed to leave on, a moisturizing mask, a vitamin C mask, something like that. I squeeze out the liquid. I get about 3 use from it, 3 days use. And now you're going to put on moisturizer. Any moisturizer will do. But you see how you feel. Now what I'm going to do now, this is what I'm going to do. Remember I sprayed so it looks wet. So I put water, liquid. Then we put oil. My moisturizer running down. Then we put oil from the essence oil. Then we put a mask. Now I'm going to use this moisturizer to trap all of that in. Right? So all day long, that is going to trap. They didn't tell you that. But I don't need to be born in Korea to know that I am trapping my stuff in there. Okay. I think this is step number 10. Hey, almost finished. Step number 10. Okay. So now, step number 11 is if you're going outside, put on a sunscreen. All right. I'm trying to hurry up because I make my videos are too long and I don't want to edit because I want you to see that you don't need to be perfect, that you don't need to be. Those of you who follow me know why my hair is looking like this. If you're wondering why my hair is looking like this, go follow me and you'll see that I'm doing a treatment thing. Okay, there's extra hair, make sure you get it. Oh, this is feeling so nice. All right. Right. So SoKaNites, subscribe, like, share, do whatever it is that other people tell you to do and you're doing it. And this is SoKa So Karen showing you my 10-step West Indian revised Korean glassy face mask. So now you leave this in. Your face get a good drinking here and a good feeding. It must do something for you. It must show you to appreciate you. It must. It can't help it. Love you all. God is great. Praise the Lord. See you all again. Like, subscribe.